Stay tuned and let's do a recap and ranking of this Marvel Legends Bonebreaker Build-A-Figure wave. Pow, and welcome back to the channel, Dan Who Reviews. As always, my name is Dan W. Make sure you are following me on Instagram at It's Dan Who. And remember, you can now hit that join button and become a channel member as well. Either show some love or join the members club. Much appreciated. Today we are doing a recap and ranking of this recent Marvel Legends X-Men Bonebreaker Build-A-Figure wave. Another full wave of Marvel Legends comic book figures, very X-Men heavy, and another solid wave at that, because this wave has some brand new characters that not only have we not had in Legends before, that we've never had in action figure form, full stop. So how will that help me decide my rankings? Because hopefully you know the score by now, but today is a recap and ranking. They used to be channel member exclusives, but this year they are for everybody before they go behind the paywall once again. So you know what you're missing out on, essentially. But it's another ramble for me now that I've opened all these figures, and a chance for me to sort of rank them, because people like that type of stuff, including me. I'm always curious to look back on these type of things, but it is really hard. My opinion changes all the time, and by no means and am I saying that the list that I give today is the correct list. It is just my personal thoughts and feelings today. My opinion will always change tomorrow, and you don't have to agree with me. That's the magic about collecting. We all have our own favourites and preferences, and this is just a little bit of fun, let's be honest. So you get involved and let me know your rankings in the comments. But yeah, this is going to be an interesting wave to rank, because there's a lot of very good figures here. And again, like always, I hit record and I don't know where I'm going to rank them. So I'm not going to ramble too much. We're going to get into this top 8 style. Now, I know there are not 8 figures on the table, as I did not buy Wolverines. Hot Claws Wolverine wasn't even something I wanted, so he is automatically at number 8. Sorry about that. So this is going to be the rest of the 7, but yeah, at number 8, let's go Hot Claws Wolverine, and let's start off with 7. Okay, so at number 7, I'm going with Sabertooth. More specifically, first appearance Sabertooth. Now, it's nothing against the character. I do actually really like and really want a new Sabertooth, but it's not this version. This is based off first appearance Sabertooth from those early Iron Fist comics, and it is how he was seen in the X-Men as well in the early days. However, my mind's eye of Sabertooth will always be that bulked up, jacked up Jim Lee style Sabertooth, and that is sort of what I'm wanting an update in figure form, not this version. So yeah, in plastic, if I want Sabertooth, I want a bigger, bulkier version, but I am happy for the people out there that wanted an updated version of this first appearance Sabertooth, because it looks great, undoubtedly, it really does. However, I look at this and sort of looks more like Wild Child than it does Sabertooth, but that's just me and my personal preference. I'm sure you will disagree, as the internet always does. But at number 7, I'm going with Sabertooth. At number 6, I'm going with Darwin. Now, I really like the character Darwin. I like his power set more than anything in the comics. He can sort of adapt to survive. So this is a missed opportunity for me in regards to figure form, as the only thing we got were a set of interchangeable hands. Now, I always appreciate options. However, for a character that can literally adapt and change and turn to any form, we should have really got something in plastic to represent that. So even though I like this character design, and if I'm going to have Darwin in plastic in a uniform, it would have been this purple uniform. This is definitely my mind's eye of Darwin, and I like the gangly alien style look. I really do. However, I just think for Marvel Legends, they could have threw in a few extra interchangeable hands or something, or arms or limbs, or I don't know, an attachment. Just something so you can sort of represent him changing to some degree on the shelf. But him being in the same set of Vulcan is a great thing as well. Again, I like the character design. Happy to add a new character to the collection, as I never had a Darwin, but I also think it's a missed opportunity. But still, great figure at number 6. At number 5, and it genuinely pains me to put her here, but it is, unfortunately, Siren. And before you jump to the comments to go mad at me, let me try and explain myself, because I do really like this figure. However, this has sort of left a bad taste in my mouth. Now, first the positives, as I'm that type of guy. It is a nice representation of a character we have never had in Marvel Legends before, and it's also on the best current female body mold that's available to us, on that Shriek double jointed pinless female body. So I like it. It pops. It's really nice. However, Siren's power set is she screams like her daddy Banshee, and we don't get a screaming head. Now, in this same wave, we got Wolverine. Granted, he didn't come with a Build-A-Figure piece, but he came with 2 heads. This is the figure that should have came with the alternative head. Now, I always appreciate a neutral option. However, I appreciate even more being able to display characters' abilities and powers on display. And Siren would have looked a lot more fun on the shelf, posed up on a flight stand with that screaming expression. So I just think this is a missed opportunity for this figure in particular, and it left a bad taste in my mouth. So at the moment, she's at 5, but I do actually really like the figure. I just wanted a screaming head. But for now, she's at 5. Don't be mad at me. And number 4, just missing out on a podium place. It is Alex Summers, aka Havok. Now, this Havok design is a classic look, as he has that sort of very elaborate crown on his head. Now, I'm not a massive fan of that particular character design. However, I do appreciate when it is executed well in plastic, and I do think Hasbro have done a great job here. And this is probably the best current version available of a classic looking Havok in plastic. And I also want to show some love to the new accessories. Now, I know that may not seem a big deal to a lot of people, but we have to celebrate when a Legends team try and adapt and change and move forward, and these are some nice new accessories. They could have easily just threw in the old accessories we've got in the past, but they're very outdated and overused. So I like that they're trying something new here with these sort of circle plastic effects, and I like how you can attach the big one on his back. And you know me, a big deal for me when it comes to posing our figures is being able to pose them using their power set and abilities. It just makes the display more fun and sort of dynamic. So I do appreciate that you can pose up Alex with all his accessories on show, and it is undoubtedly Havok to any Marvel fan. Now, again, not my favourite design for Havok. I do prefer the sort of modernised look, but I do like this action figure. I think they've executed what they have went to very well. The body mould is pretty decent for what they have available. Not the best, but not the worst. So yeah, he lands just off the podium at 4. And just beating out his brother to a podium place, it is Havok's younger brother who got aged up because of the She-Hulk. Go and watch my review and I'll explain it all. It is, of course, Vulcan on this brand new male Marvel Legend book, which is going to be replacing the bookie cap in regards to the Marvel Legends sort of library. So again, I have to explain myself. Why is Vulcan number 3 in this wave when he doesn't really come with any accessories apart from those sort of oversized hands? Now, we have to celebrate change, just like I just did with Havok and those new accessories. This is more, though, than just new accessories. This is the future of Marvel Legends. Now, is it at people's standard this day and age as we live in the golden age of collectibles? Probably not. However, in regards to Legends, it is a sort of natural progression, and it is one I welcome because it is on a double-jointed, pinless body with the butterfly joints, which is going to be replacing the old bookie cap in the Marvel Legends library. So expect to see this body again and again and again, but it is a very aesthetically pleasing body without those pins. It does make a difference. Like, the pins ain't something that bothers me, but when you have action figures without them, it definitely shows. Now, of course, Vulcan could have come with some more accessory pieces to sort of demonstrate his energy powers and stuff like that. But still, I'm really here celebrating that this is a new Marvel Legends base body at number 3, not so much the character of Vulcan. However, it is a brand new Vulcan that we've never had in Legends form before. We don't have Vulcan, now we do. Nice to see him in the same wave as Darwin. And it was a character we wanted for the sort of cosmic X-Men era. And again, it's definitely a nice character. It's better than the bookie cap, 100%. Still an upgrade. Is it the upgrade you wanted? I don't know. That's up to you. But for me, it's worth celebrating. And that's my justification for Vulcan being at 3. And number 2, this wave's runner-up, taking home the silver medal. And what's so disappointing is I think in any other wave this year, he would have took home gold. But unfortunately, in this wave, he had a tank to compete with. But it's taking nothing away from Maggot. Now, this is a great Marvel Legends action figure. Now, let's be honest, Maggot is in probably nobody's top 10 X-Men characters of all time. However, he is dubbed the strangest X-Men because his power set is so unique, as he has these sort of sentient slugs that climb out of his body to eat and then jump back in his body to give him nutrition and sort of make him strong, and his skin goes blue. Yes, it's very odd, but the Hasbro team have executed it brilliantly in plastic. Not only do we get Maggot big, bulky and blue, we also get eeny and meeny, his two slugs as separate accessory pieces that you can display with Maggot or even just place around the collection. I'm going to put mine under my missus' pillow and freak her out. Like, this is just a fun looking action figure. It's pinless from up top. The pins are on the legs, but they're hidden behind the cape, the coat, and it just very colourful as well, with the yellows against the blue and the maroon and the white. I don't know, it's just a funky looking character design, but it's exactly how he looked in the comics. Hasbro have executed it brilliantly. He came with the right accessories. I love the little sinister grin, even though he's not an evil guy. Like, it just makes you want to go and learn more about this character, and that's what's fun about collecting this Legends line. So please, I implore you, go and get this Maggot figure. Even if you don't know who he is, it's going to look great in your collection, and he's at my number 2. And of course, at number 1 is this Waves Builder figure. At an unfair disadvantage, I grant you, but still, it is a great figure, worthy of the gold medal. It's Bonebreaker. This man is half man, half tank, and yeah, I need to start clearing some room on the shelf for this guy. It is an impressive build-out figure. He is probably the reason this wave hardly came with any accessories, so that was the reason I tried not to hold that against any of the figures. But I will always sacrifice accessories for a great builder figure. Well, I guess it depends on the accessories, but still, Bonebreaker is a worthy character for the builder figure sort of lineup. Otherwise, he would have only came out deluxe format or maybe a Riders Wave, but still very happy to get this sort of Reavers character in the collection. It makes me want more Reavers on the shelf, and there are a few more we need. We do already have a couple. Go and check out my full review for comparisons. But yeah, this is a great looking figure. He doesn't come with an interchangeable head, but even like the glasses that go up and down give him an alternative look on the head, which I appreciate. He came with interchangeable fisted hands, so he can still punch people. He came with a weapon, so he can still hold his gun, as well as being on a tank, and the tank has got tons of nice detail on there, sculpted detail. However, it just lacks in the paint to really bring out the detail, but the sculpt work is definitely there. Of course, the treads don't move. It's Marvel Legends, and they're going to be standing still on your shelf anyway. The treads don't need to move for me, so I'm not holding that against him. He has a compartment where you can put those interchangeable pieces. He comes with these unnecessary barrels, but it is accurate to the character design from the comics, same as the Mohawk. But yeah, this is a great figure, and if I had to have any of these figures in this wave in my collection, of course it would be Bonebreaker. He's just such a fun looking piece, so he is worthy of the number 1 spot, and I'm sure you won't disagree, or if you do, let me know. But at number 1 for this wave is, of course, Bonebreaker. So there we have it, another Marvel Legends wave recapped and ranked. And once again, people, I'm just having a little bit of fun. By no means am I saying my list is the only list, the correct list. It's just my list on this day. Again, in an hour's time, if I recorded this video again, I may have changed my mind. Us as collectors do. But you let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If not your top 8, at least let me know your top 3. I'm always curious who takes up your podium places, your bronze, silver and gold spots, because it is a solid Marvel Legends wave. There's no denying that, especially if you're an X-Men fan. This wave, as I said, adds new characters to the display and gives us alternative looks of others, and definitely sets us on a couple of paths with teams. I love expanding my collection and adding new characters and completing teams, and this wave adds characters to teams, but it also sets us on new paths. Like now we've got Darwin and Vulcan, we need the rest of that original X-Men team, and now we've got Bonebreaker, and we've already got a couple of Reavers. Now we need the rest of the Reavers on the shelf. Do you know? So it is a fun Marvel Legends wave. I just wish that Siren came with a screaming head, and she may have been number 1. Who knows? You'll never know now, Hasbro. You'll never know. But you let me know your thoughts as always. And if you like this type of thing, make sure you stick around on the channel. Lots of Marvel Legends content. Make sure you check out the videos tab, find the playlists, but most importantly, please, 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 hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, don't miss out on a video, and hit the join button. Become a channel member. Either show some love or join the members club. Much, much appreciated. Honestly, come and join me on a live stream and get extra content just like this video. I'm going to be doing lots more in the future, trust me. But you can follow me on Instagram at It's Dan Who, and I'm on Twitter as well at Dan Who Reviews. And until then, people, my name is Dan W, and I will of course see you on the next one.